Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. Today we will go for May June 2025 Add Maths paper 2 that you can use calculator. Let's go. First question is quadratic inequalities, so we just expand it and solve. So we know x is minus 2 and 5/4. Remember, you arrange them from small to big, and then my whole equation must be lesser than 0, means below it here. Have the include symbol. This is my final answer. Question 2, show dy dx and write in this way. So this is a differentiation quotient rule. Dy dx equals to this times this first, minus this times this, divided by v squared. Here they force us to write in this way. We have x power 4 and here is x power 3. Obviously, we need to simplify the x. So that's why here we take out the common terms, which is 2 and x. Factorization, here left 2x power 3 plus 5x power 4. Then this x and x power 4 can simplify. So will be exactly the same with what they request for. 3 marks. Question 3, straight line graph question. They say this is plot against this, passes through this point and this point. So very easy, we use y equals to mx plus c, which we already know my y. I know my x, so I just find my gradient and c. Gradient is just y minus y, x minus x. Gradient is 2. Then I can find my c by using this and this and this info. Y equals to mx plus c. C is 1. Then I can confirm my y is this mx plus c. And the question requires you to write y in terms of x, means that you need to make y as your final answer. Square root throw there becomes square. Then you get complete 4 marks. Question 4, function question. The function is defined by this. Explain why function f squared can be formed. F squared is like this. To make a composite function can form means that this fx, the range, must be able to fit into the mummy domain, right? So we check x is everything, so range should be everything also. Range able to fit into here, then you just write it in words. Range of f is able to fit into domain of f. This question recently they come out. So if they change to f gx, then you need to tell me range of g able to fit into domain of f. Always inside range can fit into the domain of outside. On the axis, sketch the graph of ffx. So we need to know what is ffx first. 4x minus 3. To sketch the modular graph, we sketch the original graph first. Need to check the x-intercept and y-intercept. When x equals 0, y equals to minus 3. When y equals to 0, x equals to 3/4. Here is 3/4, here is minus 3. So suppose your graph is something like this. After you successfully draw your straight line graph, only you think about the modulus. The modulus means everything below the x-axis need to flip up, which means I don't want this part anymore. I want to flip it up. After the flip up, minus 3 will become 3. So I clearly indicate that this is 3 and this is 3/4. Then I can successfully get this 4 marks. Next question is given that this equation, which is here, lesser than ax plus b, which means a straight line, for this and for no other value of x. So it would display something like this. It's a straight line. So this straight line will cut through minus 1 and 3. In this region, your f squared function would be below this straight line. So they ask you to find what is value of a and b, means you need to form the equation of this straight line. So how to form this equation of straight line? We need to find the coordinate of here and here by using back this equation. So we fit in. Here is 7. Second coordinate is 9. So after I know these two coordinates, Then I can form the straight line equation because according to y equals to mx plus c, I just need to know the m and c. So I use y minus y, x minus x. So I can confirm gradient is half. Then I sub in any of my x or y combo. Let's say I use this combo. The full equation is this. A is half, B is 15 over, just like this. Question 5. In this question, all algebras are in radian. Ask you to write down the period. So the period we need to count from here. And this question is tangent. We know for sine and cos is 2 pi, which is 360 degrees. But for tangent, one complete cycle is just pi. So I can confirm period is 4 pi. Then they ask you to sketch these, state the intercept with y-axis, and also the asymptotes. So for this graph, I can sketch my own first at the site. For tangent graph, it's always like this. Usually here is already pi, but here they say it's 4 pi. So 2 pi there have an asymptotes. And then the amplitude actually do not affect tangent graph because max and min is forever infinity and negative infinity. And then the whole graph move up by 1. So here 0, move up will be 1. So boom, go up like this, then like this, like this, like this. Then I can transfer my information to my answer sheet. Here is 1, here is asymptotes. Clearly show the positions of any asymptotes I successfully put it. And then intercept with y-axis is 1, correct? And here also 1. So the positive part, I only need to sketch until here. And then how about the negative part? Negative part, the same graph I plot from here. Here is 0. Instead of going to the right is 2 pi, 2 pi, 2 pi. Then I going to the left is minus 2 pi, minus 4 pi. Okay, so the 2 pi itself is actually the asymptotes. So from here, I go up and join here. So this is my complete answer. Question 6 is permutation question. 5 of the digits used to make 5-digit number. You have 9 digits to choose and form 5 digits. How many ways can it be done when 5-digit number is greater than 50,000? So only one restriction question. So we can start to do. Here is 5p1. Then out of 9 numbers, I already taken out 1. I left 8 more numbers to fit into the balance for position. Then you key in calculator 8400. Then 2 marks. They separate into part A and part B. Part A is permutation. Part B most probably is combination. They say have 13 people, 7 have red hair, 6 have brown hair. 13 people stand in a line. Oh, stand in a line is still permutation. Be extra careful. No person with red hair is standing next to another one with red hair. Red hair people have more, so it should fit in from the first position. So in this situation, if you don't know how to solve it, it's just 7p1, then 6p1, 5p1, 4p1, 3p1, blah, blah, blah. But if you're already familiar, you know the combo of this R is just 7p7. Okay, then the balanced brown color people will fit in between. So it will be 6p6. So just count in this way, you know it is like this, 2 marks. Part 2, Chris choose 5 people from this group. Choose people then is combination situation. Find the number of ways Chris can do if at least 1 people chosen have brown hair. So you can either do 1 brown hair, 4 red hair, 2 brown, 3 red, 3 brown, 2 red, 4 brown, 1 red, 5 brown, no red. Or you can use all minus exceptional. So all minus exceptional, all means 13C5. Exceptional is no brown, 5 are red. So we do not need to count the no brown because it's just 1. 5 red means 7C5. Then key in calculator, you will get 1266. 2 marks. Question 7, find the term independent of x for these. We need to use the shortcut method. So we have 15C something. Then your x squared must power something, and then minus 3 over x power 4 need to power something. These 2 power x have different power. So that's why we need to see which combo can give you this. If it's 15, 0 confirm it's impossible. So let's say we have directly go to try 8 and 7 combo. So here we will form 7 times 4, 28. Here is 16. So no, here still too small. So we need to increase a bit. Let's say we go to 10. This is 20. If here is 10, here left 5. Here is 20. Oh, 10 and 5 is a good combo. So we put here 10, here 5. Then here you can choose either 10 or 5. Usually we will choose the one from the back. Then you key in calculator. So at last is negative 729, 729. But in an expression of this, the coefficient of x power 3 is 7 times coefficient of x power 2. Coefficient of x power 3 is 7 times the coefficient of x power 2. But we do not write x power 3 and x power 2 because we only compare coefficient. So again, it's a shortcut situation. If I want to form x power 3, here confirm 3. So here the balance is 6. 6 plus 3 become 9. So here I put 3. Coefficient of 2, again, 9c something, 1 power something, ax power something. So with power 2, here power 7. 7 plus 2 becomes 9. Here is 2. Then I can remove x because at last I only compare a coefficient. Then I key in calculator. A equals to 3. Question 8 is given that this, use calculus to find approximate change of y of this. So this is a small changes question. So we apply the formula. We know the small changes of x is h. And then we need to find what is my dy dx. So I need to differentiate this. And this obviously is a product rule. E, we copy the whole thing. Then we differentiate the baby. It's 3. We put in front. Differentiate 10 will become secant square. So my dy dx is this time this plus this time this. Okay, and every time we do application, we must substitute in the value of x. So the value of x here is 0.1. Then we key in calculator. You should get 13.1. Then you can substitute in here. Then you gain this $5. But a curve is such dy dx is this. The curve passes through here. Find the exact y coordinate of the point on the curve where this is this. So from here, we need to find the equation of the curve first. From dy dx to y, we need to do integration. We know differentiation sign become cos. Cos will become negative sign. So integration sign will change symbol to negative cos. Baby copy. Then we divided by differentiate of this baby is 3 plus c. So we know y is this, x is this. And again, key in calculator. Here is 1/6. So c is 7/6. Then we can confirm my y equation. Then the question asks you to find exact y coordinate when x is 5 pi over 12. We'll simplify this part. 5 pi over 4 plus pi will become 9 pi over 4. Some of your calculator can give you exact value, then it's good. But if some calculator they cannot give you exact value, you need to count yourself by referring back to the table. So 9 pi over 4 is already more than 2 pi and come here as pi over 4. Cos here is still a positive value. Cos pi over 4 is 2/2. So this is the exact value for y coordinate. Question number 9, arithmetic progression, geometric progression question. They say the first term of AP is 9. Last term is 159. This question is special because this is the first time they force you to use the last term formula, which in front you see this equation. Usually I will directly skip this and use this equation, right? But this question, they do not give you D, they give you L. So that's why we use this equation. Then they say the sum of all terms is 2604. So here is 2604. And I don't know, A is 9, L is 159. So I just key in calculator and count. I found my N is 31. So usually for AP, we need A and also we need D. So if we know for this sequence, we have 31 terms, means that the last term is just U31. By applying the formula A plus n minus 1D, I can know what is my value of D. This is just 5. So after I gather all the information of APE, then the question continue with the AP 12 terms is the first term of GP. So the GP info appear. So I write down, this is under AP equals to GP. So here we use AP formula, which is A plus n minus 1D. 64. Then the second sentence says 8 terms of AP is the second term of GP. Again, I use the formula A plus n minus 1D equals to, here I use the GP info. The GP A is 64, R I don't know, but n is 1. So R is 11 over 16. Then last it says find the first 6 terms for GP. So I already have A and R for my GP, so it's easy to find my S6. A 1 minus R. Remember the R you need to bracket and the whole thing power 6. Then key in calculator. You get answer is 183.17. Or at least 3 significant figures. So as long as you write 183, 183.2 or 183.17, you get the full mark. Part B, they say a different geometric progression have first term of sine theta and the common ratio is cos theta where it's fall into this and this. Show that the progression have sum to infinity. To prove that they have sum to infinity, they need to fulfill one criteria, which R must be in between -1 to 1. So we check when cos is 45 degree and cos is 135 degree. What are the values? Make sure it's in degree mode. So the R is from here to here, so it fulfills this criteria, so you gain this 1 mark. Part B2 asks you to show that sum to infinity can be written in this way, so we use this formula. A is this, R is this. A bit challenging because here, you already change everything with sine and cos and already in single fraction, but at last, you have 2 terms. So up, down also need to times something that have 2 terms. The logic way is here have 1 minus cos, so we can times the conjugate situation. So here A plus B, A minus B will become A minus B squared. 1 minus cos is sine squared. And then the sine theta and sine theta I can factorize out. Then can you see you have 2 terms already? Then I simplify. So at this situation, we can split it. So it's just nice cosecant theta and cotangent theta. Question 10. In this question, time is in second. Time is 0. P start from a point with position vector of -30. Travel with a speed and direction. So when they give you speed and direction means you can find the velocity by using speed times the unit vector of my direction. The unit vector we need to divide by I squared plus j squared. So we can know the position vector of P after time t, which is initial position. I is 0, j is -30, plus vt. V is 40 and 42, t, just like this. Also at time t, q start at a point with this position, and then it travel with this speed with an angle above positive x-axis. They say tangent alpha is opposite adjacent. You should know this 24 is your I, 7 is your j. So the direction is given as 24I, 7j. In this way, you can use the same method, which is velocity is speed times unit vector. So after we have velocity, then we can find the position of q after time t is initial plus vt. This is the position after time t for p and q. By using this info, part C, they ask you to determine whether p and q collide. So we equate this and this, and if both of their time are the same, then they collide. So we solve the I part first. We solve the J part. This is 2.29. This is 0.0893. Do not have the same time, so they do not collide. Clearly show the time is different and make this conclusion. Question 11, given that this thing, use algebra method to find the value of n. This formula, they don't give you in the formula sheet, you need to know. NPR is the top factorial over top minus bottom factorial, that's all. So here we apply the formula top factorial over top minus bottom factorial over this equals to top factorial, top minus bottom factorial. Then this thing I show here first. Check this part and this part, I need to make them the same. So I need to reduce the larger value thing. So n plus 1 is larger than n. So I reduce n plus 1 factorial to n plus 1 n factorial. Then for this part and this part, here is n minus 4, here is n minus 3. N minus 4 is smaller, so I adjust n minus 3 will become n minus 3, n minus 4 factorial. Then the same thing I can cut. We know n is positive value, so impossible to be negative 20. So we only accept n equals to 22. Question 12. The function is defined by this, a bit long. It's in radians. Solve the equation of this equals to 0. We have cos square, we have sine. So we know sine square and cos square we can interchange, but power 1 we can't change. So everything need to change to sine only. Convert my cos square into 1 minus sine square. For those who don't know how I change from sine square to cos square, you can refer here. I know sine square plus cos square equals to 1. So cos square is 1 minus sine square. We always use this. So this equals to 0. Everything I throw to the left. 15 minus 13 is 2. So come here become minus 2. This is obviously a quadratic. I can use calculator to assist me. So we solve each part. Sine is a negative, means it's these two regions. Then we can calculate shift sine 1 over 5 in radian mode. You get 0.201. So my first angle is pi plus 0.201. You get my baby is 3.34. 2 pi minus 0.201 is 6.08. Both also are minus 1.5. And I found that both of my positive angle already exceed the requirement. So what can I do? I find the negative angle part. The first negative angle is going here. It's negative 0.201. Second negative angle is here, which is pi minus 0.201. I get 2.941, but it's negative direction. So both also minus 1.5 divided by 3. Negative 0.567. Oh, even this already exceed. So here don't have any answers fulfill the criteria. Then we try this part. Sine is a positive, so it's here and here. We can calculate shift sine 2 over 3, 0.7297. So my first positive answer is this. Second positive answer is everything minus 1.5. Okay, finally have one answer fulfill the criteria. 2.41 minus 1.5. 0.303. This also fulfill criteria. So at last, I only have two answers, which is this and this. Abi, find the x-coordinate of the two stationary point of this. So stationary point means divide the x. I need to differentiate this. 15, and then the baby is cos 3x plus 1.5. So baby, we copy. So the power 2, we throw front, power minus 1, and we differentiate the baby, will become, cos will become negative sign. Then we differentiate this baby again, we'll have 3. And then sine will become cos. Differentiate this. So here I can times together 90 negative. This whole thing equals to 0. Then to solve this, we do not simplify and remove the cos. We just do factorization. Then the left-hand side still left this. So I solve part by part again. We need to write a bit more. So after minus 1.5, you still have at least 3 significant figures like this. So this is the first x value, and then here is the second. I show here, and then here become dy. And shift sign of this, you get 0.2355. Negative 0.4215. So both answers are accepted. That's all for the 5 marks. Question 13, you need to solve equation. This question, you need to deal with some indices. Plus means times 64 is 2 power 6. So after we reach here, we know that the relationship between this and this is this square will become this. Then we can let the smaller value become a. Then you know this part is the square of it, so it's a squared. This is just a. Then we can solve this. Remember, we need to replace the a back to 2 power 3x. So we need to log both sides. Then we can throw the 3x down. Then this thing divided by 3. You get negative 0.138 key in calculator. Then this part. Algae negative 1 is impossible to appear. It's math error, so that's why we reject this part. The only answer is negative 0.138. This is the end of this paper 2. Hope you learned something from here, and all the best for your exam. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and share my video. See you in the next class. Bye-bye.